Welcome back into deep space. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in... where are we? Ungalia. Now I've decided, we're on the PC here, so I've decided to come and have a look at these community goals. So there's a couple of community goals going on. In fact, we can have a look at them in here. Now, if you remember before, I was in Shimrata Desert picking up the dropships, etc. Now, I'm still in our Asp Explorer, called the Logos, which is our thing. Now, I've got 4.8 million. That was only on about 3 million after I bought all the ships. But let's have a look at what's going on here. There are a couple of community goals, one for combat, one for picking up stuff, and it looks like the trade one is doing better. So let's have a look at this. We've got to deliver indium, computer components, autofabs, liquor to Green Enterprise. Now I was in Shimrata, picked up some liquor on the way down. Brilliant. You can have a read of that if you really want to. Looks like stuff going on in Pleiades. They're trying to fortify this sort of midway point between the bubble and the Pleiades. Fine. Now, I've taken down 223 tons. That was 2 trips, essentially. And I'm in the top 75. That doesn't take very long. I'm going to show you exactly how little amount of time it takes to go to where I think we need to go to pick up either autofabs or computer components. We're going to focus on this, and then maybe when we come back we'll get in and have a look at combat while we're there. Possibly not. Definitely going to do this trade, and I'm just going to show you how easy and how quickly you can make money. As you can see, we're only on tier 5 at the minute. It's nearly at tier 6, and already we're at 2.7 million credits. I'm pretty much assuming that when that goes up to tier 6, all of these A, B, C, D, E, all of these rewards drop down one. So whatever you get for being in the top 50, you would get for being in the top 75. I don't know, I'm just making that shit up. But anyway, that doesn't matter. So the other one is bounty badges. So just shoot a load of stuff. Same thing. It's looking like you can get a little bit less, but it's because you're here, you might as well go in there and do that as well. Now, I was going to do that in a different ship, but hey, I'm not. Now, the way that we do this, we go to, because there's no way of doing it in-game, we go to EDDB, and we are going to go to the commodities tab and look for the commodities we want. Now, the first one is liquor, which should be at the top here. So we click on liquor, and we say we are in Ungalia, and we're saying we want to buy. We want at least a medium-sized landing pad because we're in an Asp Explorer. We need that. And then we click Find Stations, and it will tell us the closest. Anyway, it will tell us all this information about liquor. This is the most important thing here. This is telling us it's that far away. This is the second amount. This is the second most important. How far in system you have to travel to pick up what you need. Obviously, the amount is very important as well. As you can see, everybody's been caning this, and within one jump, if not, that might even be 2 jumps, you can see all of these, there is hardly any supply. 228, blah 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 blah. So we say no to liquor, so we'll go back to the commodities and we'll find the next one, which was indium. So that is a metal. So there we are. We scroll down, and these follow as they follow in Elite as well. It remembers where we are. All this information, we just click Find, and it's saying 2 hours ago, this is the time at when this data was there. There's look, there's hardly any of this stuff anywhere. So we're not interested in indium either. So we'll cross both of those off. The next one was auto fabricators, which is, what is that? It's technology. So further. This also shows you all the different things that you can pick up. Precious gems, look at that, 109,000. That's cool. Large survey data case, you find those really far out in space at unknown signal sources. I've had a few of those. This is the stuff you pick up from Palin's mission, when you go and have a look at all these different things, we all know about these things: the resin, the probe, the sensor, all that stuff. That's all worth quite a lot of money. Anyway, we're not interested in that. We're interested in auto fabricators. Same thing. Off we go. Here we are. Tepanik has 430 auto fabs, which is good, and it's only 69 light seconds inside the system. It's 2 jumps away, if not 3, if we have a full load. Fine. But let's have a look at, so we'll write that down, Tepanik, Barsanti orbital. Any of these work, to be honest, doesn't really matter. And then we'll go and we'll look at the last one, which was computer components. Push the button. Again, no supply of anything really. Although when you get down here, you can probably, Tepanik will probably have some. If we go all the way down, it can't even get down there. Look, there's loads. Anyway, there's loads to pick up. Where is closest one to get however many we want? Yeah, 902 light seconds. So it's up to you to choose which one of these you want to sort of get. That's 5 days old, so I'm not going to trust that. So anyway, we're going to stick with Tepanik and Barsanti dock. Okay, so once we've done that, we go back to the beginning of this and we choose single hop. So we're now here and we go right. Unfortunately, it doesn't remember any of this stuff, so you've got to change it. So we will say max hop distance. I don't set the maximum hop distance. Well, let's say 75, because we know Tepanik is certain far away. Anyway, that might not be. That might be single jump, so we don't really want to do that. Anyway, let's say cargo capacity. I know I've definitely got 100. In fact, I know I've got 120 tons on this Asp, the way I've got it set out. Available credits. Yeah, we've got loads of credits. Fine. Now we are in Ngalia. And we are in Green Enterprise, and we are going to this is great because it finds what you want. We're going to Barzanti, and then we click Find Routes, and what it's going to do is it's going to tell us what we should buy here, which is HN shock mounts, and when we sell them, we're going to make 63,000 credits. That's great. We also know that on the way back, we're going to be buying auto fabricators, but if you swap the routes, click Find Routes again, it's now saying we'll make more money if we bought indium, but we know they don't have any. If they do have any, we'll buy it. Auto fab, we're going to make 325. So for both of those routes, anyway, we're going to make pretty much 400,000 as profit. And we're also going to be upping our limits for what we're doing with the community goal. That is a fantastic resource. Why this sort of thing isn't in the game, I don't know. You know? You've got a computer in your spaceship. It's ridiculous. Anyway, we have been told we need to buy HN shock mounts. So let's find HN shock mounts. Wherever they are. There they are. I'm just going to go with what it's saying. It's telling us to buy them, so I'm going to buy them. And as you can see, the Asp Explorer has 120 cargo capacity.
At maximum capacity.
The whys and the wherefores of that, I will show you. I've stripped everything out. I don't have a shield, so usually I would have a... No, usually I have that 64 cargo capacity. Here I usually have a 5A shield, so that's gone, so we've got a load more. Unfortunately these are all 3s, so we've got that. I've left the fuel scoop on because you only get an extra 4 cargo anyway. It doesn't really make that much difference. But anyway, very easily, I did need a fuel scoop to get down here, and a 1E fuel scoop costs 700 credits, and it is appalling. But it got me there with not too much trouble. So the Asp is a great ship. You can take all your stuff off it, and I took all my stuff off it at Shimrata, and then I've already transferred it over here. So I took that off, I took that off, that and that, and I think I also took off a research limpet controller. Yeah, I did. There it is. And I've also got all of the well, some of the anti-Thargoid stuff just sitting in there anyway. Not that I'll ever use it, because I'm a terrible combat pilot. Anyway, so the ship is totally bare bones. Then what we're going to do is we're going to say, right, we're going to go to Tepanik, and we're going to time how long it takes. Where is Tepanik? Tepanik. Route unavailable. What? Why? Ah, because it's this thing we're on the gullet. Right, there we are. So let's have a look at how many jumps it will take us to get there. So it's 3 jumps. We've got a full cargo of HN shock mounts. 120 is the max I can carry on this thing. Let us see how long it takes us from launching to get over there. I'm going to do a little time stopwatch thing. Launch. Doesn't do anything. Why did I say that? I don't even have a command for launch. Landing gear. Landing gear.
Landing gear retracted.
Okay, now you've got to sort of be careful, because if you've got no shields, you're not looking good. But let's just see how quickly we can get the hell out of Dodge and make this run. And each time you do this run, it's pretty much 400,000 credits anyway. And also, we're pumping up the amount that we're making for jump.
Frameshift drive
I pushed the button
charging.
myself. The computer ignored me. And you're also making more for
Clear of the station limits.
the community
Safe
goal.
travels, Commander.
Now it's currently saying it's on tier 5 still. Now while we're doing this video, it may well ping up to tier 6, and we can see the difference in... We won't be able to see it now because we're in hyperspace, but we'll be able to see the difference that you'll get as it goes up a level. I'll be interested to see if it does go up, as I have once said. Now we're not interested in scooping or doing anything, we're just going to fly.
Fuel scooping.
Okay, it'll scoop anyway, but look at the speed it scoops at. I think the maximum is like 16. It's something terrible anyway. Jump.
Frameshift drive
We're off again.
charging.
So let's have a look. We are currently on 2.7, and we're only on tier 5. So during this video, it may well go up to tier 6,
3, 2, 1.
and
Engage.
let's see what it goes up to. In fact, I'll write down 2.7 at 75%, 50%. I want to see what that is as well. Again, we're not bothered about anything, we're just going to scoop straight around.
Fuel scooping.
We're almost there. You can only go a third of the speed of light around a star, but that's fine. Wait till it goes yellow. Jump.
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive
Let's have a
charging.
look here again. What did I say? 5.4. Okay. So 5.4. Let's see what that goes up to when it
4,
does.
3, 2.
Now when you get the community goal like this, where it is this quick, if you like, to do half of the leg, it's worth doing, because it's I don't know, you can sort of make it feel like you're doing something more interesting than what you are. What? I don't want that. That's what I want. There we are. I didn't know it was just past the star. I was just guessing. Now, because it's only 66 light seconds away, it really shouldn't take us very long. We'll scan these, see if we get any data. We won't. Now, you've got to be careful here. You don't want to overshoot it. Let's get it back down in the blue. Okay, we had to slow down a bit there because it was trying to give us some crazy shit. Now, because this is like a little mining, you see the hologram down in the corner there. Because this is a little sort of mining sort of station. It's not a it's not a proper orbital Orbis station or a God, I can't remember what the other ones are called. Whatever, the original ones. There are a limited number of landing pads, and you will see when we get here. It might well tell us that we can't land, which is fine. But if it does, then you just sort of have to wait for a bit and then ask again. Drop now.
Drop this.
I allowed the computer to do that without pushing the button. And we shall ask to dock.
Boarding permission granted.
And we're allowed. And that should be the docking pad. If it's 4, which it is. We have flown right past it.
Warning. Landing gear not deployed.
Yeah, I can see. The ship was going too quick. Now, remembering that we do absolutely have no shield, I managed to sort of hold that off a little bit. Landing gear. This is where the laterals come in very handy.
Landing gear deployed.
Here we are.
Hull integrity compromised.
7% of the hull got damaged
Successful.
with that.
Engines
That was
disengaged.
just around about 5 minutes 45, so obviously we're going to repair.
Hull repaired.
Interesting that you can't refuel here. It's very odd. I've actually never ever seen that before. That doesn't really matter. All we care about is selling all of these for a profit of about, not much, 60 grand I'm guessing it said. 56. Fine. Now we want to buy, if they've got any indium, we'll buy it. They don't. They do. So we could buy that and we'll make more money. Okay, let's give it a go. We'll buy the indium. Last time I did this, I did the other one, so let's see how much money we make with this. 750 grand for that.
Cargo hold
Okay.
at maximum capacity.
And then we need to quickly reschedule. Where are we? Yep. Ping. Off. Out we go. Spinners around, Jack. Let's go. And we're back off again.
Ship
Landing gear.
release. Engines engaged.
And we're off. A little jump.
Frameshift
Oh, I did do
drive
it, and then I turned it
charging.
off. I wonder if it didn't allow me to refuel because of what reason? I have no idea. I've never seen that before. I mean, I am hostile to these people, but I don't think that stops them from offering me the gas. Everybody got a gas, Johnny. So we're 7 minutes 39 into this trip. We made a profit of 56, and we made a profit of whatever it will be when we get here. Let's try and scoot around this planet. Jump.
Frameshift drive charging.
Ooh, well close to the planet. A little shift in heat there. And because this is so quick, you can do this a couple of times and not get bored because it's, I don't know, you're trying to. It's not a. It is a grind, really, but it's not really a grind. It doesn't feel like a grind because it's something a little bit more interesting than what we normally do. Hello, I wasn't expecting to see a planet like that. Pretty certain I've scanned all this stuff. There we go. Jump.
Frameshift drive charging.
Ooh. And the great thing is when we get to Ungalia, Green Enterprise is only about 20 light seconds away, which just about to hit 9 minutes for this trip. This is the last jump.
3, 2, 1, engage.
I wonder if they're going to change, if they're going to do some sort of random effects for the hyperspace. I wish they would. Right, let's not fly into the sun. Thank you.
Fuel scooping.
Not interested in fuel. Get away from the Coriolis, of course. It's called a Coriolis. Deary me. And again, you can start scanning these ships if you want, but because I'm definitely trying not to overshoot, I'm not going to. And we're super close. Now we're going a bit too quick. Gotta slow down. Too quick. Yep. That's what happens. So if you try and come out a little bit, we've gone past this, and then we can swing back. It's not a full loop. It's not a full loop, but it's certainly not a not loop. Just be a little bit careful with doing that, because it just adds seconds onto your time, which you don't really need. I mean, you're always bordering trying to go as quick as you can and then not overshooting and, you know, causing yourself more grief. You know, we haven't been attacked, not once. I have been tried to be interdicted once by an NPC, but that's, you know, that's cool. Just ran away. Drop now.
Whatever.
Thank you. Just checking to see which side I need to be on.
Lincoln, Bravo, Uniform, Sierra, please comply with access protocols before commencing docking procedures.
Let's get in.
Access permitted. Please make your way to landing pad 11.
Where am I going? I've come totally the wrong side of this starport. I'm now going to sort of fly underneath it. Come out where I need to be. Very odd. But that'll do. Landing gear.
Maintain current vector, Commander.
Landing gear deployed.
Believe me, if you had a landing computer, it would be taking you a lot longer than this. I think I'd like to. I don't know if I've ever had a landing computer. I must have had one at one point.
400 meters from touchdown.
We extend a warm welcome to new arrivals at this facility and wish a safe journey to all departures.
Oh, I was right over it. Gently. And we're in. And we damaged the ship as well. Genius.
You're on the deck. Ground crew dispatched. Welcome to the station, Commander.
Now I will refuel just in case it doesn't. I forget, and we'll go back into the commodities market. We will sell the indium that we have picked up. That's all you need to do is sell it straight here. In very inflated price. Each one is 3,000 profit. That's excellent. There you go. 375 profit plus the 56, so 425 profit in pretty much under 13 minutes. So you can do that many times. Many times. I'm probably going to do it one more time. And then I'll come back and do a video on
hold at maximum capacity.
the combat, which I'm probably going to do in the Asp as well, just for.
If you're unable to complete docking procedure within your time slot,
Hello.
you'll need to exit the bay and resubmit a docking request.
Do you reckon that's Scott Manley who's done that? That would be funny if it was. It probably isn't. Anyway, it's still not showing on T at 6 yet, so fine. And we are now still showing 223 tons, so it hasn't added the rest of that. We should be on 353 tons. But I'll put in the description if and when that actually makes a difference. But until that point, that is how easy some of
Unlawful
these.
behavior in or around the starport is not permitted. We thank commanders for their cooperation.
I like that. I love the echo as well. The sound on this game is boss. Anyway, there you go. Get involved in some of these community goals. I know there is a lot of community goal fatigue going on, but something like this is so easy to make. Almost 500,000 credits. You can make 2 million in an hour easily, and that's just also by putting up your community goal score. So at the end of the community goal, you're going to get, you know, you're going to get a
all
huge
visitors.
amount more anyway.
Please
So
alight at your
it doesn't
assigned
really,
pad.
you know,
And
you're doing a
thanks for
good thing.
choosing this
Is what I'm
facility.
saying. Anyway, the Scottish man is not going to stop speaking, so I'm going to go. I'm going to sneeze and go. Catch you for the combat mission.